Okay, that's almost done. Okay. Ah. Oh, hey guys, what's up? Oh, Rosie's here. I'm like not awake. I need to like wake up. I need to engage in more thinking. Hi everyone. Um, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. And wrong episode, wrong channel. I'm like sending a tweet. If you guys can give me the 30 seconds it takes to send a tweet, uh, I will reward you with the live stream. Or comic platforms. Link in replies. I finally, after when I have a lot of anxiety, it takes me a long time to get through all of my. It takes me a long time to get through my messages. So I finally got through all my messages today. Guys, we're up. We're up, everyone. This is a big day for us. Cloudy, thank you. People are here. The streets are littered with vagabonds, with criminals. I have to post on Blue Sky and Twitter. I hate Twitter so much. I just I don't even know how to express to you guys how much anger and hatred I have for Twitter today. Um, there's no deep reason, if I'm being honest. I think I just don't like using it. I don't. This is like Twitch. This is Twitch for me. I don't like Twitch very much, and I don't like I don't like Twitter very much. And the thing for me about Twitter, you guys know me for a long time now. You know this. I love Twitter for the drama, but the drama is gone. The drama is gone, and it's just white supremacists. It's not like I didn't see this coming, but I thought I had like a couple more months, maybe in the tank. The drama is all gone. It's just white supremacists up the ass. Uh, I'm not. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not particularly happy about it, but it is just white supremacists up the ass. That's what's happening. I thought I would still be able to enjoy it because I love watching people melt down on there, but it just wasn't as fun as I hoped it would be. And that's the sad part. that's that's probably my big sad news on Twitter. I'm sorry, everyone. I've I've experienced emotional growth, and I am no longer able to handle the fact that Twitter is full of white supremacists. And I know that's going to be a surprise to some of you because you're going to be there thinking, "Wow, you could handle it before." No, I couldn't. I just I thought it was a little funnier when they were just angry all the time. Now they're like angry and then posting videos where some guy called Chud goes around saying slurs. It's bad out there, man. It's bad. It's bad out there. Every this is I feel like I've just given you needless information about my life. I'm sorry. You know what I'm never gonna start using? Instagram. I don't know how any of you use Instagram. I don't know how any of you use Instagram. Shocking. Shocking to this day how any of you open Instagram and engage with it. It is the worst platform I have ever used to this day. Nothing about it is redeemable. Um, and that's a lie. No, that's not a lie. The audiences are terrible. I tried watching Instagram Reels yesterday for maybe the third time ever, and I opened the comment section and it was bad. I don't know how any of you do any of this. Like people who post reels on a regular basis, God bless. You're more powerful than I'll ever be. Anyway, I have a lot I want to get through today. But first, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? It's a good weekend. It's a powerful weekend. Are you feeling empowered? Are you vaccinated? today? Please say yes. Please. I really don't want the answer to be no. It would like be the most upsetting thing if any of you said no. Instagram is my WhatsApp with picture. Okay, I kind of see that. I kind of see that. There is no hantavirus vaccine. That shit is like such a nothing burger. I hate it. I hate it. I was hoping it would be worse. Like I know, no, I know. Look, I know COVID was bad. I know people died. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. But like, it was good to not have to go out and still get paid for my job. It was good to wake up at 9 on the dot. For me, particularly, is that a selfish thing to say? Yes. Okay. Fuck. It was selfish. But you get my point. Don't act like I'm the problem here, please. Validate me. Um, One day I'm gonna act like completely normal. You guys are all gonna be very thrown off by it. Um, I made. I've been reading about the hantavirus thing. Please don't remind me about it. Actually, now that I think about it, it's just very sad. The one thing about it that I thought was funny was that the patient zero is a Dutch guy, and I was like, of course he's Dutch, and that was the only funny thing that happened. Anyway, now this video is definitely getting age restricted. Um, Good for me? Question mark. I'm going to. I haven't used Instagram in so long. I found. Okay, interesting. I opened it just to look at what was on there, and like this, I just found a message from someone. Um, no idea what that is about. Okay, whatever. Okay, someone keeps calling me. Do you want to start the stream? I want to start the stream. Let's do this. Until further notice, Danny DeVito will continue to stare at us from behind the wall. All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Webcomics Hubcast, episode 6. It's season 5. Still season 5. I'm still making content against my will. Today, I want to talk about a lot of things. I think the first thing I want to get through is Danny's watching us. Danny's always watching us, Sim. Is my title amazing? Thank you for praising my very average, mediocre title. Unless you're being very sarcastic and very mean. I'll get to the lost money part again later in a bit. Um, what I want to start off, I'm just going to rattle the topics off. Webtoon's financial earnings, Q1 2026. I think it literally just came out today. As in, I read it this morning on my bike in the gym. Um, I'm trying something out where I don't just show you the whole investor report and go through it. I wrote down a list of things over the course of the day. That I had some thoughts I had, some expectations I had. I didn't get to listen to the I didn't get to listen to the investor report. I think it came out today. Am I tripping? Oh, I swear I read. I swear. Was it the Schedule 13 I read? It was Schedule 13, wasn't it? Yeah. It was the Schedule 13, and it was something else. Um, no, it was just Webtoon moved the company. But what I wanted to talk about is that Webtoon should be releasing its Q1 26 report this week, sometime in like the next couple days, hopefully. And I just wanted to talk about a few things around that. We'll get to that. I wanted to talk a little bit about this website I found talking about digital comics market size. I thought it might just give us some really interesting insight into how people feel about where we're at as an industry. I wanted to talk about Studio White. You guys don't know about Studio White, you know, and that's cool, but we'll get to that. I wanted to talk about the tapas price raise. This happened a while ago, in fairness, but from what I understand, after finally speaking to someone involved in it, tapas raised its prices on ink on the average issue, and I wanted to talk a little bit about like monetization and like my main issue there with money. Also, isn't the Webtoon payment threshold thing changing this month? Didn't it change just this month, like a few days ago? Because I think it used to be $100. I think it's gone down to $25 or something. Am I tripping? Webtoon people in the chat. Am I tripping? Has the payment threshold gone down to $25? Has it? Am I fucking stupid? Tell me now. Um, um, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about South Korea and the decisions it's making around webcomics that are kind of recent. It did. Let's go. Money. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about South Korea and what it's doing around money. And I'm making that really vague. What it's doing around Webtoon and money is what I mean. Which is a thing. I wanted to mention on passing a piece of news, and I want to go over a couple things that people have sent me over the last couple weeks, specifically the different webcomic tool platform things I've been sent, especially the news around like platforms like Comcraft, which I didn't really give enough time last time. Something called Neon Ichiban, which Gleam sent, and also Annie Sexton's webcomic hosting thing, which I wanted to also get to and discuss. Yeah, so these are all the things. I can't speak on Webtoon because I don't make any money. You know, Ash, you're a real one. You're a real one. Being honest is good, and don't worry. Thank you for catching it live. If you catch the VODs, by the way, you know one of the things that I love people do when they catch the VODs is leaving a comment. Leave a comment, even if it's just to tell me you fucking hate me. Engagement makes me money. That's such a fucking bad thing to say. It's such a bad thing to say. Why do I talk like this? I wish I talked like a normal person people would like. Then they wouldn't feel like I'm a weird guy. I mean, no, you guys do actually really like me, and it's very, very upsetting. I don't know why you do that, and I need to get you checked at a hospital. Um, oh, I want to talk a little bit about Webtoon localization, the Webtoon AI localization tool, because I have a person, well, I have a couple people who are using it, who are showing me screenshots of it, and I need to actually spend some time getting it verified, by like people who speak the language to know how stupid or good it sounds. I need to sit down and do that. But that is the thing. That is the thing. The AI localizations you're going through. If you see your fellow artists using the AI localization tool, I really, really recommend not maligning them. I'm not saying it's good or anything really, but I just think don't malign them. They've been given access to a new tool, and I think it's important that they have the ability to at least try and see if it will help them. Because at the end of the day, like you, they're just trying to make a little extra cash. Okay? Like, remember, this is class solidarity. Class solidarity doesn't mean treating each other like shit when we make decisions that the other person doesn't particularly love. As long as that decision isn't like to ruin us as a whole. And it's okay if you have criticisms, but just let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable. God damn. And also, it sounds silly in German. Good. German sounds silly as it is. I want to be very blunt. The German sounds silly anyway. There's nothing we can do about that. No amount of fucking, even if a human translated it would sound silly. Do you hear these people? They call I'm gonna be such an asshole. They call ambulances Frankenwagens. They're not real people. Germans. I need to like, this is the, yeah, but accurate, yes, insane. You really just threw everyone in Germany under the bus. AI translation is live for AI translation is live for a select few people who signed up. So basically, you know the new dashboard? Some people signed up for the dashboard and got put an NDA for it early. Those people have the AI translation tool. No one else has the AI translation tool as far as I am aware. Well, of course, it isn't a good idea, but again, we'll talk about it. I do like the word schnooky putzi. What does schnooky putzi mean? What the fuck does that mean? I feel like you just made me say a slur. It's fine. No one's gonna hold it against me, but like I feel like you've made me say a slur. English US to English UK localization. Get the fuck out of here. It just takes every instance in the UK in the US of people saying like fuck and then he turns all the words to bugger. Like, and that's the localization system. Bugger it all to hell. I never say that word. What does it? Don't say I never say that word. That sounds so bad. Wait, does it mean sweetie? It means okay. It adds an extra U to the OS. It adds a U color. That's like the whole localization system. Okay. All right, everyone. What you know about rolling around in the deep? That's a joke. No, what you know about white people, right? I know a lot about white people. My partner is white. Um. Anyway, if you don't know a lot about white people, you're gonna find out a lot today about Studio White. Okay, Studio White. Studio White is this what you call it? Collaborative initiative. The whole idea is that Red Ice. If you don't know who Red Ice are, they make the overgeared manhwa. If you've never read, that's their big thing. Overgeared. I think they do overgeared, and they've done a lot of the gamer manhwa stuff. Let me see. Let me try and remember because the gamer was a Golem Factory. What else does Red Ice make? Red Ice has Disaster Class, Return of Disaster Class Hero. Oh, and they own Solo Leveling. They own Solo Leveling. I completely forgot that. Look at me. Disaster Class Hero, and they own Solo Leveling. They've worked with Kakao for most of their career. A lot of their stuff is with Kakao, but as you know, they also own Omniscient Reader, which is with Webtoon, and Red Ice also owns a lot of other stuff. Anyway, Red Ice, big Korean studio that makes manga, that makes manhwa. Kadokawa, one of the big manga publishers of Japan. They had the big Kadokawa contest, which, if I went into all the stories about it that I can't talk about, it would basically make them look worse. But let's just say they are bad at management. And also, Webtoons and Webtoon Entertainment's like they call them Line Digital Frontier. That's their studio that handles that. Are basically coming together to bring us all the manhwa in the world, well, all the manga in the world as manhwa. They're basically going to take everything. For example, Record of Lodoss War, Sword Art Online, SAO is coming to Webtoon. Everybody, all right. What do you call it? Slayers, Familiar of Zero, and a few other webtoons. They're all being reformatted to the Webtoon scroll format, reformatted and redone. I think the big deal of the relationship that involves Red Eyes is that not only will it be a translation of the content, right? Not only will it be a full translation of the content, it will be the translation of the content and any redrawings. It seems to be that's what they want to go for. They want this manga to come out in this version perfectly. And if you're saying what have they made in the vertical scroll format? Red Ice made the Assassin's Creed manga, manhwa. Assassin's Creed manhwa. I think it's called Forgotten Temple, which was like I think already previously kind of existed in English, and they took it and they did some stuff to it to make it a vertical scroll. Anyway, so they're partnering with Kadokawa, Red Ice, everything, and they're making a studio called Studio White. Yes, Record of the Lodoss War. Yeah, I barely remember that, but I think I know what that is. Yeah, of the Lodoss War. That's old as hell. That's like old as hell. Like made it. But like they're bringing these all these old. You're not wrong. Like these are all old as hell. I haven't heard Slayer. I haven't heard Record of Lodoss War in ages. But I think the idea is to bring these to new media to show that like basically I want you guys to imagine it from the perspective of the manga studios, right? Manga studios are notoriously bad at taking risks. Like that's an understatement if you've ever heard one. Notoriously bad at taking risks. By the way, this comes to us from First Comic News. I think, whatever. It comes from First Comic News. Manga studios are notoriously bad at taking risks, and they hate taking risks, and they hate risking anything. And so they're probably taking IP that the manga studios are willing to let go of. SAO is like so popular it means nothing, right? Lodoss War is old as shit. Slayers is old as sin. Familiar of Zero, I think, is probably the newest thing in there. I think. I'm trying to remember what the familiar. Let me see it. Let me just go look it up now. Yeah, it's the newest thing in there. It's a web novel series that also has a game. But I've seen this before. I've also seen the anime before. I think. Yeah, I have. it's like the newest thing in the list of content that they're putting out. And like All of it is just to take it and get that stuff onto vertical scroll and get that in front of a new audience, right? If that proves valuable, Kadokawa might start pushing their content onto platforms like Webtoon. Because if you don't know this, in the manga space in Japan, from what I understand, from the people I know who work with them, there's already manga studios. Like Kadokawa already owns multiple platforms, multiple online manga platforms that publish manga in a scroll format. It's not like unusual. They also publish like the book format, but at least one of the ones they own publishes in the scroll format. But the thing is, they don't have any popularity outside of Japan, and so this is probably an experiment to seeing if their strategy for release to the English market isn't just through their established methods, but also through utilizing people like Webtoon as a distributor, right? As acting as a digital distributor, making sure their stuff gets in front of as many faces digitally as possible, so they can like re-release and sell books to the new age of readers in the English speaking market, right? Let's face it, most of us read most of the manga we read illegally. I want anyone in this chat to tell me they didn't read illegal manga. Anyone who can legitimately tell me they never read illegal manga, like ever. And everyone who's like, I read Slayers, I read Record of Lotus War, bet money on it that you all read it fucking illegally. All of you. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. And that's okay, right? That's okay. Or you watched it like illegally, right? And that's okay. That's okay. But that's what like I read manga legally, has fingers crossed behind back. Like that's okay. That's okay. But that's what like they already know we're doing. But the new age readers are not doing that. Like I talk to young people all the time who read manga and who read comics and who watch anime. I work as a teacher. And when you talk to them, you're like, where'd you get your stuff? And they will just rattle off a list of legitimate websites to you. Like I don't know how to say this. It's really weird. Very few of them are watching stuff illegally or reading stuff illegally. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Like I one of the kids in my class, one of my older kids I teach, he watches anime, like a lot of anime. More than me, like by a lot. And he'll walk up to me and he'll be like, oh, I use Crunchyroll. I pay for Crunchyroll. My parents pay for it. It's my subscription service. Because it's the new age. It's the new age. The youth are not engaging in illegal content as much. We're losing recipes, guys. It's because we're losing recipes. No, but like, the youth are not going on mangareader.net, blue and white logo. Manga Fox is the alternative. Convenience has broken them. Convenience has broken the young people. They're not going online. They don't know what bateau.to is. You know what I mean? These kids don't know 9 anime. These kids aren't going on the internet engaging in this behavior. They're not like shoveling through the world, watch Naruto online, watching every season of Naruto over the course of their entire lives, streaming it on like 2-bit internet. They're not doing that. These kids have moved on. They're paying. And new gen parents will give them the money. They'll be like, here's $15. And if you don't want to pay $15 for Crunchyroll, or at one point Crunchyroll had a combined subscription with like a bunch of other stuff, right? You can go and watch anime on Netflix, guys. Like, let's remember this. The new gens aren't doing the same stuff we used to do. And if you want to read manga now, there's a lot of places to legally get manga online and read manga legally online. And if you're watching it, but really, a lot of young people aren't reading. Young people are reading less than ever. Like, less than ever in the history of humanity, young people are reading. I cannot express this enough. A significant amount of young people, I've said this before on stream, but I want to say it again because people understand this. A significant, I'm not talking 5 or 10%. I'm talking at least in the 20% of young people do not know how to read. And I think you guys might think I'm saying it like as a bit, like as in like, I mean like, don't know how to read as in like, they don't know how to maintain focus to read. No. They don't know how to read, period. And I'm not talking young people like 11. I'm talking the older young people like 15. I watch them read and they fail to read. I give them sentences and they fail to read the full sentence. They do not know how to read a full sentence. So like they're just watching stuff. And so as long as the anime is free, they're good. And there's more places to watch anime illegally now than there is to read manga. It's crazy. When was the last time a YA book series induced societal psychosis? Django! Of course you're gonna think about that. God bless. You're so right. You're actually so correct. Thank you. I completely even forgot about that idea of it was a gauge. But you're right. Japan and Korea have their own problems with piracy. Couldn't give a fuck. I think that they're both wrong. But they have a ton of great comics that are regional locked. You're right, you're right. And never get released outside the country. And the reality is like that's what Webtoon is seeking to deal with in part using their new set of their very new direction for content. Translation focus in the English market is for them to get your content across the board, but it's also for them to get their content to you, right? That like the AI translation is a big part of basically stopping that from happening. And then on top of the AI translation stopping that from happening, they also are working really hard on adapting stuff to multi-market, to multi-translated, multi-market. Sorry, to multi-translated, multi-market media, right? Like you can go watch Sweet Home now, right? As an example, as a very basic example. The goal is to get as much stuff out there as possible so that no market is ever, ever, ever going to be isolated. And like fan translations, we still do fan translations. We do a lot of them. The problem is fan translations are not rewarded in the current market. So a lot of people stopped engaging in public showcase of fan translation. Why make a fan translation if they're going to attack you and sue you? Why would you do that? Or like why make one publicly at least? Right? Anyway, so this is the new thing. Studio White. Studio White's coming. The white people are coming. Sounds every word in that sentence was fucking awful. Every word in that sentence was fucking awful. I don't know why I did that. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gang. My B, you know, it was good knowing you, I guess. You know, it was good knowing you. Do readers not care anymore about no readers care. Readers care. But like okay, I didn't want to get to this topic right now, but like fuck. All right, let me see if I can like divert myself to another thing to get to this topic cuz then I can get to this topic. Mm, okay. I don't like what you've done by the way. You've ruined my day. It's okay, I'll use this. All right. Let's use this topic. Let's use this. So, Webtoon recently put out an article using Anime World Network. You know, as much as this is written by Dan Sardo, the editor in chief at AWN. $2.7 billion in creator payouts. 2026 more creator programs. You guys already know this stuff, right? But the reason I brought this up is kind of as a segue to a topic I want to get to, right? Uh, let me just open something real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to open. I completely forgot what I want to open. I want to open whiteboard. I completely forgot what I wanted to open, and like I thought I had lost my train of thought. I wanted to like Google what my brain was thinking for a second. Okay, right here, right here, right here. It doesn't matter. Um, we're on Miro. All right. I don't want them to do an ad, so let's hide that. I want to just talk about something. I was talking to my partner about this today. Let's have a little conversation. If you're like saying to me, "Hey, where's fan translation? Where's all this? Where's the industry going in this direction? How is the control basically centralizing itself? The control over like the engagement with media, right? Like, let me remind. The thing that you brought up in terms of like work non-commercial translations of content not coming up, right? And the reason I brought up that $2.7 billion creator payout thing is to discuss like the centralization of the engagement of media. So I want you to imagine the media industry is a bucket. Okay, this is the media industry. More accurate, this is the comic industry. This is all comics. This is digital and physical. The thing with everything being in a bucket like this the thing with everything being in a bucket like this is that it kind of leads to a very certain set of a certain behavior where we basically only move through what we consider as acceptable channels. What I mean by that is this. When Django brought up earlier, where is the new romantasy tween, you know, young adult YA novel taking over the earth? That doesn't exist because that wasn't normal or planned, or I think what any book company really wanted. Book companies want predictability, right? So they want to release, I don't know, uh, my gay boyfriend, my gay son has a GF, right? They want to release this, and then predictably, my gay son has a GF. They want to release this and then predictably take it to like a next stage of IP development. They right? They want to predictably do that. And the only way to predictably do that is to control the entire channel through which that content flows. And if you control the entire channel through which that content flows, you're going to have fewer giant, massive hits because that is not the channel they want the content to flow. They don't want to do that. They don't want to deal with that. Like this comic doesn't get to have this book or comic or novel doesn't get to have a big debut day because the industry thinks that this system of it like catching young adults and then spreading like wildfire just isn't very functional for them because unless they jump on this really quickly, the author has a shit ton of control, right? They don't get to IP develop this predictably, and they don't get to take it. They don't get to like control every level of the IP development themselves as well. Because when something burns really bright, like a YA novel taking over an industry, it's difficult you can't take time to do anything. Because if you take too much time, you will lose the vibe. And if you lose the vibe, you will lose money, right? So as much as like they like the money that comes out from like a Divergent or a Hunger Games or whatever, it doesn't seem to serve them to have that. Having a Divergent does not serve them, right? Because think about it, at least. Tell me if I'm wrong. By the way, I'm talking about this. If you think I sound fucking stupid, call me out. But here's my thought, right? Here's the way I'm thinking about it. I think if you have a Divergent, right, and it comes out and it's huge, you're going to have, let's say it hits the market and it becomes huge today. So today is the day when it hits critical mass. Every single young person who reads finds out about it and is obsessed with it, right? I'd say you have like 4 years. You have like 4 years before you can turn, before you like lose out on the audience potential. The audience, let's call it the APE. That sounds racist. Anyway, the audience potential energy, right? You have like 4 years before you run out of it. This doesn't include sequels, right? I'm just assuming Divergent 1. Of course, if the sequels slap, then you get extra time, right? You get extra time on it. But until the sequels slap, you have 4 years. Every time you release a Divergent 2, right? Electric Boogaloo, you can maybe add like an extra 2 years. So like, think about it the way I'm thinking about it. Harry Potter has 7 books. This is where I got the number from, by the way. Harry Potter has 7 books. The first book fucking hit. Whether you think that it was a good book or not, whether she's a fucking TERF or not, because she is a fucking TERF, right? Doesn't matter. The book hit. It slapped. The young people were reading it. They were running around saying, Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Like, they were doing that, okay? That was huge. Okay? And so you get like fucking 4 years of that. And within 4 years, she slaps us with another book, which was actually better. The first book was so ass, right? But the second book was better, still kind of ass, but better. And the young people were like, oh my God, oh my God. What happens in the second book again? I was gonna say Snape kills Dumbledore, but no, the second book is, because first book is Philosopher's Stone. What's the second book again? God, what's the fucking second book? I used to be a huge Harry Potter fan, by the way. I feel like I've said this on stream before, but I'm just gonna say it now again. But it's Philosopher's Stone, then Prisoner of Azkaban. No, that's 3. God, what the fuck was 2? Chamber of Secrets. Chamber of Secrets comes out, right? And it's good. Like, of all the books, Chamber of Secrets is still the best book. I'm not even fucking kidding. Chamber of Secrets is the best book to this day, right? It's a big fucking snake, huge. Kids love it. You get extra time, and then when the movies and the IP development happens, if they slap two, you get even more time, right? There's a rolling movement here, but let's also acknowledge something. You sometimes get a Divergent. And then you get Divergent. It comes out. The youth are like, "Oh my god, she's a plain Jane. But she's like not joining like the faction one, she's joining faction black. Black people are here. Oh my god, it's so bad. Her mom thinks that it's bad as she hangs out with black people and tattoos and anyway." Anyway, so my childhood book, Snake Kills Dumbledore. Anyway, so you get like diverse. I got the most insane message in my DMs ever in my life. Jesus Christ. I need to talk to him about this later. I think he's watching right now. You know what you did. Anyway, so sometimes you get a Harry Potter and then you get like the rolling down the hill effect, right? You get your hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes and all the other shit, and you know, it all promotes each other. But sometimes you get a Divergent, right? Sometimes you get a Divergent. And there's nothing you can really do about getting a Divergent. It just is your fate in life that you get a Divergent. And your first book comes out, everyone's like, "Oh my god, her mom is racist," and then everyone loves that, and then they read the shit out of it, and then Divergent 2 comes out, no idea what it's called, but I'm not gonna lie to you, and then like all the smoke dies, and the entire time frame that Divergent was popular from that I remember was like 4 years. It was like 4 years where like the word Divergent was a thing you could say to people, and they were like, "That was fun." Right? Anyway, that's where I got my number from. Back to what I was getting to. So, media industries and book industries do not like, in my opinion, do not seem to like runaway hits because it puts significant control in the author's book. When you have Divergent 1 and everyone loves it, and you know that she's going to write Divergent 2, let's call it Convergent. So she's going to write Convergent. God, I'm going to make so many terrible jokes today. I'm sorry. She's going to make Convergent, right? So you know she's going to make Convergent, right? So you're worried. What if I don't get the pie, slice of the pie of Convergent? So you know you have this 4-year time frame. You're like, okay, look, I'm going to give you $4 billion jillion, right? I don't fucking care what it's called. I'm not reading the word insurgent. $4 billion gajillion dollars, right? Let me make the movie, right? And you get full creative control. And then if you don't give her $4 bajillion, she'll just be like, okay, fuck you. I'll just go to fucking Lionsgate, or I'll go to fucking Steven Spielberg, or I'll go to like the goddamn people that made the Minion movie. Like, you think I fucking need you, right? That's what she's gonna say, right? Because she knows that she's hot shit. So when and this is where we're going back to our point, right? When the industry operates as this huge bucket, right? This huge bucket where the publishers and the bookmakers and all that have the control. They don't like her because this is miserable. Everything they've done for the last 50 years has been to concentrate power in their hands and to minimize the amount of the pie they have to give you down here, right? And so when this is something they don't like, the reason why we haven't seen a big like YA novel takeover, in my opinion, the reason why we don't see fan translations, the reason why you know they're taking so much control, even to the point of doing our translation content and giving us AI translation tools, is all a function of getting rid of this. This person cannot exist. This person cannot exist in a world where you have full, total control of the entire pipeline of content. So you know that when their book comes in, they're going to get it AI translated with their shit, right? And if you get AI translated with their shit, they're like, fuck you, we own it. You got big. We already own it. Give us 14% or I'm going to kill your dog. Like that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, in my opinion. I'm not saying that they're forcing us into deals. I'm just saying like the idea is that, or at least the idea is, oh, you're going to make Convergent? Okay, well, we already have the tools to translate your book. We already are the platform you publish on. How about you just translate with us? How about, you release through us? Don't worry, we're going to make you a millionaire. We're going to make you a millionaire, not a billionaire, but we're going to make you a millionaire, right? Stick with us. We will control everything. Don't worry. And then when you look across the fucking movie when they make it, right? And the movie makes $6 quintillion, and then the studio and then the publisher takes 1 quintillion, and then you get $50. I think you will think about this moment. I think you will think about this moment. But for them, they're like, this is why we don't let you become huge. This is why we don't let you become huge. Which is why we're doing all this work to kind of remove your fan control and all that stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I think the Korean argument, this is kind of a tangent, I guess. The Korean-Japanese hatred of piracy is fucking stupid. Because that lack of control is what allows you to maintain control over studios. Because you get to always be like, look at them. Look at what they, you get to be like, look, they love me. They love me out there. You are not loving me as much as they're loving me. And if you're not going to help me, I'm going to take my shit, I'm going to do it myself, and I could just make the money off of them. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. I'm not saying it's always good, by the way. I'm not saying this is the exact thought process for everyone. I'm saying that like the broad strokes behavior is to have as much control over the pipeline of your content as possible. All the way from the first time you write it to the moment it becomes a TV show, to the moment you sell Hello Kitty XXXX whoever toys, right? That's what they're doing. And they do look at the pirate sites. They know what's going on at the pirate sites. But the thing is, they don't act on what the pirate sites say. They don't all act. They all look. Everyone looks. Look, you think Shonen Jump doesn't know that their shit is big on pirate sites? They don't know about the full color version of One Piece that exists, that is a fan full color version of One Piece? They don't know? You think they don't know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like Love Bullet. Who the fuck is reading Love Bullet? Who? Only the pirates are reading Love Bullet, man. Right? But like the thing is, shut the fuck up. You're not reading Love Bullet. The thing is, it doesn't make sense to them to act on that, because giving you what you want when you run, when give like they don't want to act on that because it's control and it's behavior that they cannot like plan for. You can't plan a Divergent, right? Because if you could always make your quarterly revenue look massive. You can't. The lesbians are not real. Lesbian erasure. Anyway. Lesbian erasure. Listen, do I know that most of my audience are the gays? Yes. Do I know that most of my audience also include lesbians? Most of the women in my audience are lesbians, as a 64% female audience? Yes. Right? But I just think it's funnier to be homophobic today. Hey, I want to be clear, by the way. There's nobody more homophobic than another member of the LGBT community. I want that to be known. The most homophobic people in the world I've ever met are trans femmes on their 16th monster white, okay? On their 16th white monster of the day, right? Fucking starving trans femmes on their 16th white monster of the day. The single most homophobic people ever. Ever. Okay? And you know what? We love them for it. God bless. God bless America. Everybody kiss your fingers and put it up in the air like Rue from Hunger Games. Thanos snapped the lesbians from existence. Yes, I did. And God will thank me for it one day. Gay God will thank me. Jeez. One day I'm gonna make normal content. One day this stream is gonna be very normal and very run of the mill and serious, and I'll be wearing a suit and tie, and all you dickheads are gonna like that, right? But today is not the day apparently. Also, I want it to be known I have the Love Bullet book. I'm just being a prick. I have Love Bullet. I own it. I want that to be clear. I own the book. Okay? I'm one of the I'm bitches. No, but so Sim, your point about fan culture as a whole is relevant to the industry, right? If the industry doesn't want fan culture to exist in that way, it won't. Like that's it. Like think of it, right? If I'm let's just make a random studio. YLab. If I'm YLab, right? And I don't want fan transitions to exist. All I need to do is create an environment where fan transitions don't make sense, right? They don't make sense. They're difficult to engage with. They force the user to not want it. And I could do it through many ways, but the main way I could probably get away with it is the way we're already getting away with it now. Convenience factor. If I'm so convenient and I do all the work for you, and I'm bringing it out in 5 languages, that almost everyone in the world speaks. Like, let's be honest, you bring it out in Chinese, English, French, and Spanish. What else the fuck do you need, frankly? 4 languages. The fifth one is just Korean for you, right? Like, and all 4 of those languages are AI translatable. Now they're like Korean to Chinese and Japanese to Chinese. AI translation is like something that people work on really, really hard, from what I'm understanding. No, I don't disagree. The translation in the AI model is bad. By the way, I want that to be clear. I'm not saying the AI translation model is good. I'm just bringing it up as like this is the step in that direction, right? You need to control it because again, you don't want divergent. Divergent is bad for your quarterly revenue. You cannot predict divergent. And the thing with divergent is because it has a lifespan, one day your Q1 will stop looking like your Q1s will stop looking like this with, we made 1 quintillion and then we paid the author $50 and they'll go back to looking like a regular $1 million. And like when that happens, you're fucked. Your investors are going to say, how did you lose all that money? You guys aren't profitable. And then they'll pull out. Even though it makes no sense because you spent 5 years making this much money, but they don't care. Because capitalism, as Kiki said, capitalism killed everyone's grandma. Like, that's the truth. That's the truth. This is what I wanted to get to today. By the way, I want you to understand that I just had, before this stream started, one of the reasons the stream started late is I sat down, I couldn't make up my idea about what to talk about, how to talk about it. So I just I forced the dog to listen to me. I just forced the dog to sit down and listen to me talk. And then every time she made noises, I was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, your boy's going fucking insane. Your boy's going insane. Anyway. Did I make sense today? Did I just say nonsense or do I am making sense? Right? And like to bring us back to like Studio White, or White People Studio. Isn't that right, Cheese? Bring us back to Studio White. Um, the thing that's got me thinking about it is like with the fan translation and everything is like that is an intense amount of control. Like, I don't think you guys understand what this means from Webtoon's perspective. And I'm just gonna show it again from the perspective of Webtoon. Right? They now control all the English webcomics. Almost every new thing coming out in English is coming out there now, somewhere, somehow. Right? Stuff in Spanish, stuff in French, although not as much, but still there. Right? And of course stuff in Korean. But also, and this is the one that's getting me, JP market and also the externalities of all these languages. Right? They're now covering the externalities of these languages. It's not that I don't think there will be no L. Like the thing is, remember, Divergent isn't a heavy hitter. Divergent is magic. Like Okay, here's what I mean, right? Do you remember this is maybe a bit of an inside thing. But do you remember Claymore or Helk or Ice Shield 21 or not My Hero or Bungo Stray Dogs, you know, or Dead Man Wonderland? Everything I just said, do you all kind of know these things, right? None of these manga is One Piece. None of these manga is something like My Hero Academia or Dragon Ball or to be something more recent, Freyren, or to be even a little bit more recent. Um, what do you call it again? My brain is like robbing itself of information. Chainsaw Man or JJK, right? Every single one of those manga though is a heavy hitter. Dead Man Wonderland is a heavy hitter, whether you like it or not. It sold millions of copies. It's a heavy hitter, right? Helk is a pretty heavy hitter considering how short it is, right? IShield 21 is a heavy hitter. Like there are people whose only experience with football is IShield 21, right? Their fan bases are resilient. These are people who like IShield 21 is the reason why what's his name? God, I've forgotten his name. But then the author of One Punch Man ended up doing that. Like because he had such a good career with that, he was so respected. And when people found out he was thinking about redrawing it, they were like, "Oh, it's that guy. He's good. He's amazing. He's great in action." Right? I'm just in a fan response way, right? All those things are heavy hitters. None of them are fucking Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is magic. Chainsaw Man is magic. Naruto is magic. That doesn't make sense. Naruto doesn't make sense. Like, I want you to understand what Naruto means, like, in terms of content, because I don't think anyone's really thought about it for most of their career. Or Dragon Ball. I want you to understand that somebody has written 1,000 chapters, dozens and dozens of volumes of one comic, each chapter being like 30 pages. Someone's written 20 to 30,000 pages of comic. Written and drawn, 20 to 30,000 pages of comic. And people are reading it like it's new every day. Every single day. It's like being in a long-term relationship for 500 years. And you're still finding new shit to talk about. Like that's not normal. That's not normal. I'm not trying to be like a dick. Like that's not normal. You know, one of the reasons why a lot of new series release like 6 episodes in a year, and then they don't release a new thing for 4 years is because it's really hard. It's really hard to make new shit that keeps attention and isn't derivative and boring and uninteresting, right? And also, if you make new shit too quickly, people lose interest in you completely. And so, Naruto is like Shakespeare. And unironically, it sounds so insane to say, but in 50 to 150 years, Naruto will be talking about you. People will talk about Naruto like forever. If you're saying you never heard about Divergent, it's because you're not a young girl. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Naruto is Divergent was a fucking huge hit. Hunger Games was a super huge hit. Freaking Twilight was a super huge. Those are magic. Those are magic. They're not normal, right? They're mega heavy hitters, right? People are going to be talking about them forever. But you know who people are not going to be talking about in 15 years? I'm putting money on it right now. Unless it's one of those video essayists making a video just to be, divisive or to be like, "Oh, you never heard of this. The best manga you never heard of." Blah, blah, blah. No one's going to be talking about Slam Dunk. Who the fuck is going to talk about? I'm one of probably like 5 of you in this chat that have actually read all of Slam Dunk. Who's read all of Slam Dunk? Who has read every single bit of Slam Dunk? Who? Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Maybe you read the other basketball manga where they like get superpowers halfway through. Takashi Kurokuno Basket. Maybe you've read all of Kurokuno Basket, but like almost nobody's read all of Slam Dunk. Nobody's read all of Vagabond, for God's sakes, right? No, I know that they're more popular in Japan, by the way. I should point out, these things have their audience bases. I'm just saying, like, in terms of magic content that is available in English, which is what I can judge, because I'm not living in Japan, right? In terms of magic content, none of those things. I watch all of Slam Dunk's AMVs. Thank you so much, Kure. You contribute so well to the society. My point I'm just saying is they're not niche. I mean, Vagabond is niche, to be fair. Vagabond is very niche. But they're not like, Slam Dunk is not like niche, right? It's still a heavy hitter. They want Lore Olympus and they want Unordinary. They just don't want them to be runaway heavy hitters, like a runaway train type shit. They don't want to wake up tomorrow, look on the internet, and see people talking about like Mount Draco at like an insane pace. They don't want to see people making Mount Draco fan art in the millions of tweets per day, right? Having no idea, like not made a relationship with that creator, not having a strong understanding of that IP's direction, not having awareness of every single thing going on about that IP. They don't want that. And they don't want that because it means that they don't have control. It doesn't sit with them well to have that, right? They would rather, yeah, solo leveling was kind of like that. And I want you to tell me who benefited from solo leveling. Also, solo leveling wasn't really like that. Kakao kind of already had, Red Ice under contract for that, I believe. From what I understand, they were either under some kind of agreement or some kind of contract pre-existing, predating solo leveling, like around the time solo leveling came out. And the thing is, the studio that runs it, Red Ice, is a pretty old studio. Like Red Ice started as 5 people making content all the way till now. They're pretty old. They had an established relationship, is what I'm saying. They had an established internal relationship. Elo isn't a runaway heavy hitter. Do you think Lore Olympus is a runaway heavy hitter? Like, not in a mean way. Like, Lore Olympus is a fucking huge hitter. But Lore Olympus is not a heavy hitter. It's not like a runaway heavy hitter. Like, within a year of Chainsaw Man becoming popular on the internet, I went to Comic-Con. People at Comic-Con are dressed up like Chainsaw Man characters. I've been... I just don't know. Like, you have a tier list of visualizers? Rachel is pretty independent. I'm not denying that. What I'm just saying is, like, look, let me just say what I'm saying. The first year after Chainsaw Man got big in the English market, when it was being pirated, right? First year, I went to a Comic-Con. I saw like 15 people dressed up as Chainsaw Man characters, right? And you might not think that's a big deal, but Chainsaw Man characters are a high effort thing to put together. Their clothes are not typical, right? And like, for the most part, and this is the other part of it, Chainsaw Man characters require a lot of like prop production. The first year after Lore Olympus got, in my opinion, huge. Not when it came online. I'm talking like the moment when she hit 1 billion paid readers, 1 billion reads on Webtoon. The year she hit 1 billion reads on Webtoon. I went to Comic-Con. One person. I saw one person. I was there for 3 days. I saw one person dressed up like her characters. They were dressed up like Persephone. The first year she had 1 billion page reads, I saw one. She was the only one on Webtoon with 1 billion page reads, by the way. The only one on Webtoon with 1 billion page reads. I saw one person. The hard part of Chainsaw Man is the prosthetics. You're right. Like, there's probably a difference in fan culture, among other things, but I'm just bringing it up as like, she's a heavy hitter. She hits hard. I'm sure if I walked up to a dozen people at con, they'd be like, I know who her content is. But if I walk up to my local boss man and I'm like, hey, bro, have you heard of that Chainsaw Man thing? They'd be like, oh, I've seen this guy. My son watches it. That's what he's going to say to me. That's like, he's going to say that to me directly. Like, am I making sense? Like, this is not the same, man. That's not the same. If I walk up to some idiot industry and I'm like, have you watched Solo Leveling? They'll be like, yeah. Yeah. That's scary. Like, some rando kids are reading Solo Leveling in the schools. They're buying the books. My kids don't read, but at least 5 of them own Solo Leveling books. Am I tripping? Am I being stupid? Am I being myopic? Like, genuinely, you guys all go to different parts of the world but me. You guys see other things I don't see. Maybe I'm not seeing something. But am I stupid? Because for me, yeah, if the Lore Olympus show ever gets made, maybe we'll see that. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I will say the year I'm talking about wasn't the year when the Chainsaw Man anime came out. It was all manga. So I'm comparing books to books, not anime to anime. This is like when the book was big, right? I was reading manga online When the manga got big in the online in the illegal manga space, when people were tweeting manga pages left and right like crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Pre-anime. Want to be clear, but yeah. Um, there's a point with different cultures. I'm not denying that part. I'm just bringing it up as in like there is a difference in scale. I'm not saying it like as if the culture part is not relevant. I'm just saying there's a difference in scale. I'm just saying that like you don't get. I'm just saying that like Lore Olympus is less divergent and more Percy Jackson. It's good. Kids love it. People will talk about it for a while. Some people will be obsessed with it. But it's more Percy Jackson. It's not niche. It's popular. It's just more like a Percy Jackson. It needs a significant amount of time and control and kids talking about it and another show and another show and another show. And then people are like, oh, I know Percy Jackson. My brother used to read it. Hasbin Hotel has a chokehold on German cosplayers. Been to the same con for 3 years and I only see more cosplays. I reckon around 20 or 30 even. What's happening in Germany, man? Why everyone cosplaying Hasbin Hotel characters? I don't fucking understand. My logic is just, all I'm saying in my logic here, my logical argument is just that they don't want, Webtoon wants this kind of level of control over the content from all the markets and the derivatives. They don't want something so difficult to control as an IP with a limited lifespan and an insane fan base, right? It's a lot easier to control stuff where the creator can have less control. I do not think that Rachel has the same pull and control over her content, even irregardless of contract. By the way, this is assuming she gets a lawyer and they rewrite some agreements to be exactly the same. I'm not saying it would happen. I'm just saying in a world where that existed, I don't think Rachel will have the same control over her content that someone like who would I put in the list here? That someone like One would have. You know? I don't think she would. Not because anything's wrong with her. Not because anything's wrong with her comic. It's really, really good. It's just not One Punch Man. One Punch Man is magic. Like that's literal. That's also magic. And she can't have that control because, I'm more into basketball. No. You're fine. You're fine. I'm just talking a little bit about like culturally what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm off. Like if you think I'm off, I'm off. But I feel like at this point they'd let One do anything. No, they let One do anything. Bro just draws like shit. He draws like me. That's a lie. He's gotten a lot better. But at one point he was drawing like me. And everyone was like, fuck, this guy's cooking. This guy's fucking incredible. I'm gonna lick my finger and turn my phone page. People are reading One on flip phones, man. People are reading One on flip phones. Fuck this. Get the fuck out of here. Which one of you is reading Lore Olympus on a flip phone? Be for real. Be for fucking real. If I gave you a flip phone right now and connected to the internet, tell me you're gonna look at that tiny ass screen and you're gonna read Lore Olympus, or you're not gonna just read One Piece again. Like I don't. You know? No, he's got great composition. He just draw like me. And that's the problem. He got better skills than me in almost every regard, but he does draw like me. I must admit, bro draws like me, and I'm a has been. Frankly, I've never been, so I'm not a has been. I'm a never been anything. It's crazy. What do you mean, God? I remember fucking flip. Shut up, you people. Children. Oh, God, I remember flip phones. Stop making me old. Shut up. Shut up. I cannot be One. I'll never be One. my pronouns are he, not him, because I'll never be him. No, Hasbin Hotel is not allowed in this. I'm not going to... Look, there's only two things not allowed in this chat. I'm going to be so honest with you. Homestuck and Hasbin Hotel. Homestuck and Hasbin Hotel. I'm sorry. I have to be the one to say it. Okay? There will be no Homestuck conversation in this chat. There will be no has been no total conversation in this chat. Why, you may ask? I'm tired of Command Comics, quite frankly, and I'm also extremely tired of Has Been Hotel. Uh, I don't want to know more about it anymore. I'm so tired of them. Oh, I don't want to see another Vivzy Pop thing. No, Hell of a Boss is just Has Been Hotel again. Neither of them are allowed. No more Vivzy Pop in the chat. Nothing's wrong with her. She seems like a nice person from what I understand. But I just don't like the stuff she makes. That's it. Why did you put okay with that many? Why with the ellipses? What the fuck is that? What are you trying to say? It's being called Has Been Hotel again. It's so funny. The zoo. What you mean the zoo? What? No, I'm being forced to know this information, and I don't. Some Zoomers getting back into the retro flip phone. Why is everyone thinking about Has Been Hotel today? Why is everyone thinking about whatever? You know what? Read Hotel Earth, everyone. Go up to webtoon.com. I want you to read this comic. I want you to read Hotel fucking Earth. And I want you to read Coco and Mimsy. Read those two. If you want to read something good, read those two. Okay? These are good stories. That's the only fucking hotel you should be thinking about in media anyway. Yes, you will. It's on Webtoon. Go read it. It's good. I'm actually not kidding. They're actually pretty good. I mean it. Guys, you know me by now. I'm not recommending you garbage. And then once you're done reading these two, read Mount Draco so that the author is forced to release another chapter for me. Read Mount Draco. That's side reading. Okay? Read side reading. You can also read Sorted, but that's kind of just for me. Really. I really like Sorted. And then you could also read Black Burn. It's really hard to write in the small space I gave myself. Okay, there. Anyway, that's all of the things I recommend to read. What the hell is Apocalypse Hotel? I'll go look at that. You should read all of these comics I've put in the recommendation list. You would all like them very much. Since we're I wish I had a DSi, man. But actually, no, I don't. The DSi kind of sucked. I'm a Nintendo DS Lite person because I like Game Boy Advance games. Anyway, I wanted to also show you guys something actually, since we're here. Let me show you something. It's completely unrelated. Um, I got sent this list. This is from a random website called Failery. They're just a random startup website. They're probably AI generated. But this is from December of last year, and it's like top 51 comic startups to watch in 2026. So I was like, who's on it? And it's like GlobalComix is the top one, which I kind of get. They have like the best chance of anyone so far in terms of startups in the US. But then the second was Dashtune, the AI comic platform. And then I found this random website called Kuaikan Manhua. Who reads Chinese in this chat? Does that logo say Kuaikan? Anyway, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I tried to open it. And like, and this is the platform. It's just porn. Like, I'm not even trying to be weird. It's just porn. And so here we are. And that is why. Like, look, after achieving accidental flirting, whatever. Anyway, also there's something called the Demon Emperor. It's all just lewd manhwa. And so here we are. That's number 3. I just wanted to show you how weird this was because I found this today. Never going back there. And then there were 3 solo leveling clones, man. There's all this other stuff. Oh, these fucking people. Flag Cat. They're a French comic startup who uses AI for coloring. They're like semi-nice people. I spoke to them once. But like all their shit that they write is ass. They have this like story about how people start using the powers that they gained from fiction writers in the past as like superpowers. Dog shit. Yeah, and it just started doing nonsense. After like Toon Switcher, it just became boom, and I was like, okay, they don't know what's going on. Voice me mentioned. Anyway, they don't know what's going on. And then the rest of these are just nonsense. As I said, I think this is an AI generated list. I think it's an AI generated list, man. That's what I said earlier. I just randomly got this. I was like, this is too stupid. What the hell is a Legion M? Where'd you see Legion M? Oh, what is a Legion M? This isn't even a comic thing. This is freaking film. Is that Tom? What? Tom Felton? That's the guy from That's the guy from that TV show about Axe Capital. What? This has nothing to do with comics. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, it was AI generated. I got sent this and I was just like, okay, let me just talk about it on chat because it would be funny. And then I didn't realize that this was here. Anyway, we're done. This is stupid. Oh, that must be why. That book must be. Is that Jimmy Carr? Okay. Anyway, I don't want to think about Jimmy Carr. Okay. Cool. Back to the whiteboard, guys. We're about to hit something very important. A new section I'm trying to call "What's Up, Soul." I wish I had a clip for introducing "What's Up, Soul." This is also what I mean by like we're going to talk about Korean content. All right, Korea, Mother Korea, home of BTS, the people who sing "Smooth Like Butter." Butter. I don't know anything. I don't know any other song from BTS. Uh, God, I'm gonna kill myself. I do need a soundboard because I keep doing them with my mouth. I keep doing sounds with my mouth. I keep doing this. I need to buy a soundboard and then play sounds every day. You guys are gonna hate me though because I'm just gonna keep recording myself saying things like, "Anyway, what do you mean anyway?" It's gonna be all my vocal ticks in a fucking machine. Is that what you want? Do you want me to have access to every vocal tick ever in a machine? Think of what that would do to you, right? Think of what that would change about our relationship. I don't think it'd be good. Anyway, so well, I don't want to get copyright claimed. A soundboard. Like we don't already hear all your vocal ticks now. Ephemeris. Also, Ephemeris is supposed to DM. Did I send you a message? I didn't. Ephemeris, can you send me your email address on Discord? I promise you, this is not like me trying to hit on you or anything. I genuinely need your email for something, and I need your help with. Anyway, I just realized how it made me sound the way I said it. Made me so fucking embarrassed. Anyway, you don't all hear my vocal ticks, to be clear. My vocal ticks are not every vocal tick you've ever heard. You guys don't hear all the random vocal ticks. Like the one, like today I started singing Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. What am I, a Fed? Jesus. You know what the most insulting thing is that you could ever do is call me a Fed. Me, a black man, a Fed. Yeah. Rude, frankly. Rude. You might as well. I would rather you shot me. I would rather you called me a slur, quite frankly, and then called me a Fed. I'm gonna be so honest with you. It sounds so bad when I say it like that. Why can't I just be normal? Anyway, back to what I was trying to get to. What's up, Seoul? We're here in Korea, guys. The Korean, the Korean, the Korean comic industry is now being funded. The money is coming out. No, the K-pop group is not. I mean, it's kind of relevant. Basically, look, I talked about this a few years ago. I haven't spoken about it in quite a while, actually. It's been about 2 years since I mentioned it. But Korea's and one of the big things Korea wanted to achieve internationally was this thing they called the first billion, billion webcomic. It was actually a big thing for them. $1 billion, billion views. $1 billion, billion reads, billion readers, something like that. The idea was like they wanted to get their content out so far, so much that they had that much reach with just their comics, right? This is part of the big K media push. I've talked about this a few years ago. Well, there's a new 300 trillion won fund, right? If you're saying to me, then how much was it before? They were just giving out money. At one point, they were giving out billions of dollars to people just to make K content. Didn't matter if it made money or not, right? The fund has moved up to 300 trillion won because it has been working. Korea has been benefiting from its K content wave so significantly that like the amount of insane money it's bringing to the country just off of media is huge. This is probably the single best investment the country has ever made into its populace in terms of promoting the creation and movement of media. And this thing is not a new idea. Korea has been deep in the media game. And in fact, to really accentuate this, hold on, I want to bring up something. I'm going to bring up something that you guys are going to be very annoyed by, right? Let me see if I can find it. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? What was his name again? He was this is the one who got arrested. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is him. This is him. This is him. This is him. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna show you this. All right, cool. Uh, this this is my attempt to now get you guys into my interest. I'm gonna show you something that I don't talk about very much. As you guys probably all know, I'm a gamer. Don't say the gamer word with a hard R. This is Boxer, right? Boxer is literally the single most popular StarCraft player in the history of the game. The game StarCraft, the game made by Blizzard, right? He is like the top player. And this is a televised Korean show of him playing StarCraft on national television, right? This is a fucking decades old game that they're playing. Korea has wanted to get their media out there, and media has been a focus of the country for the longest time. It was made in 2002, 2004. Cut it some slack, okay? It's old. Oh, and this is number 2. Boxer is number 1, and this guy's number 2. I forget his name. I think Boxer got arrested for committing. Also, just to kind of make something clear, Boxer is also one of the reasons. I think Boxer might be someone else. Might be Bong Bong. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it's Boxer. So just grain of salt. Look into this later. But Boxer is also one of the reasons why Korea is so serious about media. Korea's been serious about media a long time. I think he got arrested for match fixing. In Korea, you can get arrested for match fixing esports. Match fixing StarCraft, for God's sakes. Like, just throwing games can get you arrested. You can get prison time, like real prison time. Okay? Like, this is a big deal, from what I remember. I want to be clear. The main point here is that Korea takes media very seriously. They've always taken media very seriously. And their move into making media one of their main monetary directions has been a thing they were going to do anyway, right? But now the fund is ballooned. 300 trillion won. 300 trillion won, right? 300 trillion won. This is going from the Ministry of Culture and Sport. They're even funding outside webtoons. They just want to get people making webtoons. So if you're making webtoons in China, Korea, Japan, France, England, doesn't fucking matter. You're making a webtoon. We're funding you if your content is good enough. They are trying to get everything out there. They're trying to get everything out there. This is very important for them, right? The total fund is gone up 22% from last year. That means last year it was in the already hundreds of trillions, right? How much stuff do you think the US could have had if they did even a fraction of this? Well, the thing is, the US is the reason why Korea can do this. A lot of Korea's internet infrastructure was built by America for free on money they got from the US. Like, if the US even tried. Look, I live in a country and most of my art fund goes to fucking opera. Do you think I don't understand what it would be like if my art fund went to more valuable things than the fucking opera? Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, I know how much we could have if we actually funded a single damn thing in any of the countries we lived in. Anyway, by sector, the way they're organizing it is 650 billion won is going to go to cultural content, 81 billion won to cinemas and movies and helping improve movie reproduction. And like they will also go to things like games, webtoons, video assist. Sorry, video and also assist in localization and content distribution abroad. Are you seeing what's happening here? This is big. This is huge, and this is a very important move that they're making. The Korean culture industry. They already have the Webtoon Awards that's run by the Ministry of Culture in Korea, right? That is a thing that they did themselves. They are pushing and legitimizing their own industry by hand, brick by brick. What's that shit from fucking? What's that shit from fucking Snowfall? I built this shit brick by brick, and I'll be damned if you mess it up for another nigga talk. I've never said the N-word on stream. It's like the first time. um, I have like so many vocal tics. What I'm saying, you guys don't know my vocal tics. You don't know how long I was talking like that when I watched Snowfall. It was like a dozen years of just talking like that after watching Snowfall. It doesn't years, a dozen days. But yeah. Have you guys never seen that clip, by the way? Should I find that clip? No, I have to do other things. Anyway, so the Korean media push is like huge. It's huge. It's the thing that they're spending a lot of money on. So much so that they're even not just giving money. They're making you not pay them money. They're offering tax credits for webtoon production. Tax credits. You're going out into the world getting tax credits. In 2026, they're changing what's called the policies that affect daily life. The idea is, right, that multiple government industries make policies that affect the average moving life of companies and people and everything. And they're going to give tax credits not only for video content production. It used to be 15% tax credits for video content production. Now it's 20%, right? Not only are you getting 20% tax credits for that, mid-sized and small companies are getting about 20 and 30% for video, right? Small businesses spending, a billion won on webtoon production will receive 150 million won in tax credits. So if you're spending about $1 million, you're going to get like $150,000 back. About $150,000 back, right? Anyone spending about $10 million, you're going to be getting about $1 million to $2 million back. So basically, for everyone spending that kind of money, they basically given you a 1/5, 20% haircut on your expenses, making webtoon end of. No questions, no ifs, no buts, right? And if you combine that with the funding you can get from the government for making more content, if you combine that with the assistance to distribution, if you combine that to the individual support, so they're making it so that individual recipients, people in the age ranges of like 13 to 18 will get about 10,000 won, which is about $100 of free cash. And they're putting up 150,000 won annual individual support to the average person that they can, right? That makes content. This is a big push to getting everyone from the youngest to the oldest making content, especially older people who are transitioning from their existing careers into making comics, right? So if you're already an artist and this is the end of your career, you get to transition to making comics with a fund. And I just think that's insane. This is an insane move in terms of promoting content from almost every single angle. And for some of this money, you don't even need to live in Korea. You don't even need to be Korean. As long as you're making Korean manhwa style content, they're willing to consider giving you money. And they're building additional districts and building more room. And this is all a move by the left-wing party of Korea post the bullshit that was the that was the last right-wing government and the right-wing president and his bullshit where he tried to like usurp the government. This is one of the many moves they've made to increase the amount of money moving into the economy and to promote the media and the young and industry for the young people who are going to be getting into it, right? They made a lot of policies that are very big. I think they made one for AI that was like supposed to reduce AI movement. And I thought that was like, it's just a lot of big and important, in my opinion, directional moves that they're making, right? And this is from a country that, again, has always valued media highly, 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 highly. This is just an excuse to show you guys Boxer again, okay? And that's kind of where we are with news. Oh, and one more thing. A guy in China got fired by his job because they wanted to replace him with AI, and Chinese government found that they couldn't do that because AI is not an unforeseen circumstance that requires you to fire people. And they said to maintain people's dignity and value in the workplace, that you're not allowed to fire people for AI. That's fucking funny. That's it. That's all the news. Any questions? This is, by the way, if you guys are noticing that my news is getting fresher and better, and I think I'm getting better at talking about the news and just in general. I made a tool that lets me track all of the news I'm looking at. I coded up a tool that like finds Webtoon news on the internet for me, puts it together, and then like gives it to me in a way where I can like take all the links and then write stories. So I'm right. All this stuff I talked about you today, all stuff I wrote about in like an Obsidian thing. It's been really fun. I'm not giving it to anyone. Anyway, it's been really fun. I'm gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping Adora Burb. Oh my god, Dan Ray, don't say that. Don't be so nice to me. Ask me a goddamn question. The cost of living looks cheap and so on until you find out the security deposit on an apartment is as much as a year of rent. That is like the one thing I didn't expect anyone to talk about, Aura. But yeah, Korea is expensive. They have that thing with their houses where you can pay them like 2 years, where you like pay them like an insane amount of money and you get to live in a house for 2 years and you get the money back. Technically, it's free. That shit too is also there. I think that's nuts. I wish Webcomics had a fractional financial incentive like Webtoons in Korea. I think we can access some of it. I think we can access some of the financial funding in Korea. We don't have to move to Korea to do it. I think we can access it while being living outside of Korea. So that's crazy. The thing is, I if we all moved to Korea and we spent the insane money that Aura just found out that it costs to live in Korea, I think I would lose my mind. If I give a year of rent as a security deposit, I think I would die. Legitimately, I think I would not make it a week. Uh, you can sneak into my house and use my computer, Adora Burb. You're welcome to do so. Quite frankly, I will host. I will make you Hainan chicken, which I'm still bad at making. Right, guys, can I tell you about my current obsession with making Hainan chicken? If you don't know what Hainan chicken is, it's this way of cooking chicken from China where when you cook it, basically the gelatinized um chicken stock forms between the skin and the bird. It's like actually disturbingly hard to do, and like I've been trying to do it for like a year, and it's not worked. And lately I've gone really into it, and I've had success half of one time. Jesus Christ. You're meeting me in a very Chinese time in my life, yes. And you know when I had the best success making Hainan chicken? When I had the best success making, I used a rice cooker. It was a mistake, and it has never happened again. It's so tasty. It's a weird mouthfeel, but it's very tasty. I couldn't live in Korea because I'm allergic to sesame. Okay, that's not the information I thought I was gonna get. Uh, but yeah, sesame is pretty gross. I do have to agree. To be honest, I find it quite vile. What the way the chat cropped? It said, "I'll cook you the best fuck you'll ever fuck pasta you'll ever know." I don't know, something about that is hilarious. Oh my god! It's because I moved the chat somewhere away. Oh my god! I moved it back. It's fixed. What the hell is a bandeja pasta? Bandeja. Is that like bandito? Like is that like Anthony Banderas? Like I don't know what a bandeja is. Let's look it up. If this shows something horrible, I'm gonna be so sad. Bandeja. This is not. I just wrote bandeja and it just okay. Bandeja pasta. He said pasta. None of this is pasta. This is paisa. It's a breakfast. Does this have beans? Dude, I don't like beans. I don't like beans. I just want to be upfront. I'm gonna be the person to say it. I think beans are kind of gross. I really don't like beans. I'm the child, okay? I'm the child. So what's an avocado? It's a sausage, egg, bacon, grits, sausage. Sauce. Anyway, it's that, and then it's I'm too poor. No, no, no. I've been poor enough that I need beans. I've just chosen to starve instead. I really fucking dislike beans. Like I remember when it got bad enough that I needed to eat beans. And I remember just going, I'm not gonna eat today. Like I no. um, I just decided to not eat. It was the whole thing. Uh, let's see what else is in here. Is that a platanos? Is that a plantain? Or is this, I don't like plantain either. I don't like plantain either. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't want to hear you after having eating a chimichanga. You know, growing up, I thought chimichangas were fake and just a thing Deadpool ate. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not a bit. Growing up in a work in a third world country, never having seen a chimichanga in my fucking life, didn't know what it was. Couldn't geographically tell you where it came from. Right? I would read Deadpool comics and he would just be like, "Oh, I love a chimichanga," and I was like, "This must be fictional food." I thought it was like, I thought, I thought it was like the golden mushroom in Mario, like just not real. That's the thing that you said to sound to like put an interesting spin on food, like the Krabby Patty secret formula. You probably saw me eat a chicharron in the wild on National Geographic. Never eaten a chicharron. I went to a restaurant today that had churros, and I ate the churro. Boys, guys, gals, those who are in between, are churros supposed to be crunchy, or is it supposed to be like kind of chewy crunchy? Because this was like crunchy crumbly. This is a crumbly crunchy churro. Last time I had a churro, it was like chewy crunchy. This was crunchy crumbly. This was gross. I ate like took one bite from it. I was like, this is not it. This is not it. God did not die for this. Jesus did not die for this, man. And then immediately went back to my life. There's slander. There's no slander going on. There's no slander. It's supposed to, yeah, this was supposed to be crunchy chewy. This was crunchy crumbly. This was crunchy crumbly. It was awful. Also, platanos, twice fried green platanos. Listen, I don't like plantain. Okay, I'm just gonna be upfront. I don't like plantain. You're not gonna make me like plantain today. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a picky eater. Okay, I'll eat a hamburger. I'll go to the Chinese. I'll go to the Mexican restaurant where you eat a hamburger. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, it was dry. It was dry. It was very dry. I ate it with an ice cream cone and some magic shell, which I didn't know was magic shell until I put it on my ice cream and it became magic shell, and I got very upset. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Dude, I should learn how to make churros. Oh, I just got my buddy just got some blue corn masa and he's making me make um he's making us enchiladas. I should get involved in that. I need to make some enchiladas. Okay. I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Another food tier list. Like when you guys make me talk about food, this is like the one thing I'm thinking about is another food tier list. I'm having a thought. I'm having a thought. I'm gonna do something that you guys don't expect. Guys, drinks tier list. Drinks tier list. Let's do it. Drinks tier. There's only a handful of drinks, so we can do this pretty quick. We can do this pretty quick. Okay? We can do this very fast. I'm here to make a point. Chat, It's okay. We're gonna do this very correctly. We're gonna do this correctly. Coffee is on this list, by the way. Coffee is on this list. Let's do this. I'm gonna make this easy. You guys will know that I'm correct. First off, Gatorade and all its ilk, B tier. This includes what do you call it? Powerade is also on here separately. It's also B tier. I'm joking. They're both C tier actually. I like Powerade more than Gatorade, to be clear. Lemonade. Lemonade is like such a classic. Such a classic. B tier. Fruit punch. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Fruit punch. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some readjusting. I'm going to put Gatorade down because I actually like Powerade more. Fruit punch C. I think fruit punch. Look, here's my thinking. C tier is stuff you would drink because it's available, not because you would seek it out. D tier is stuff that you would drink because you are dying of thirst and it's the only thing you can afford. F tier, you will not drink. Okay? You will not drink unless you have to. Okay? Unless there is no choice on earth. Cool. Water, F tier. Water is F tier. Water is F tier, and no one can change my mind. Water is F tier. Fuck you. I'm joking. It's A tier. It's not S tier, though. We should do a water tier list. We're not doing a water tier list. Like everybody before me, my skin tone has made me. Like every human before me with my skin tone, grape juice is also A tier. Lemon lime sodas, that's the Sprite and their ilk. Vile. Truly disgusting. To be quite honest with you, C tier. Oh, if you put the water into a teacup, it becomes the teacup. If you put the water into a pot, it becomes the pot. Be like water, my friend. That's what he says in the video. It's really cool. I love it. Okay, unironically, sparkling water F tier. There's no conversation here. I'm not going to talk to any one of you. Sparkling water is F tier. Like for real. Like for real F tier, no joke. Okay? Sparkling water is F tier. The colas, A tier. A tier. Right here, right now. I'm going to say it. A tier colas. Colas are A tier. Okay? Ice cold water is the best. I will give you that. A frosty water in the morning. Oh, something else. Milk. I love me a glass of milk sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, milk isn't that bad. Bit thick, but isn't that bad. See, B tier. Iced tea, S tier. Shut up. Energy drinks, guys. I want you to know something actually about me. For the last 5 months, please offer to stay home on group outing. Dan, Dan, what the fuck are you saying? Dan, what the fuck are you saying? That's so rude. Anyway, energy drinks. I want you guys to know for the past couple months, once a day I have drank a white monster. This is not a joke. Every day, once a day I drank a white monster. Every day. This is not a drill. This is a monster. And whoever labeled this drill is getting fired. This is, no, seriously. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Despite drinking that much white monster, I'm still going to put it at C tier. It's in the high C's, but I'm still going to put it at C tier. Because it's like a thing I drink, I guess. I've drank so much of it. Rehab lemonade iced tea. Root beer F tier. I'm not taking any suggestions, by the way. Root beer is F tier. It's the worst fucking thing I've ever put in my body. Unironically, it is actually disgusting. Anybody who likes root beer in the chat, fine, whatever. You're disgusting. Whatever gene you have that makes you like root beer, you're actually wrong. This is why iced tea is number one. Peach. Iced tea is number one. Right? Citrus sodas. I think this is like different from the lemon lime sodas. This is like your yellow mellow and stuff. Yellow mellow and stuff. Mellow yellow and stuff. Like your Fantas. Really, this is your Fantas. And I really like Fanta. Put it at a B. Like your Fanta lemons, by the way, not your Fanta orange. Iron Brew is really good. Iron Brew is really good. I just want that to be said. Chalky milk. A delicious glass of chalky milk. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Chalky milk. Anyway, D tier. I don't really like chocolate milk. Apple juice is a D tier too. I don't like apple juice. Orange juice is an F tier. I'm gonna be so honest with you. If it's the single a high F tier, but if it's the only other drink in the world there, I will drink orange juice. I find orange juice to be genuinely disgusting. I legitimately find orange. This is not like a bit. There's no joke here. I legitimately find orange juice to be quite disgusting, and I don't know what it is about my body. But when I drink orange juice, like actual orange juice, I am genuinely upset. My body is upset. It doesn't like what I put in my body. Orange juice just doesn't taste good. Like I don't know how people have that shit for breakfast. And I know I don't have the toothpaste issue with the orange juice. By the way, I've drank it without the issue. It just tastes fucking gross. I'm just gonna be upfront. Okay, I'm gonna be upfront. Orange soda. That's your Fanta oranges and your Crush oranges. And I'm the biggest Crush fan. I grew up drinking Crush orange. I love Crush. God, I love Crush. I wish I could get Crush here in the UK, and it's the one thing that this country does not have that makes me so sad. Legitimately. Uh, I'm gonna make one more. I was gonna make an additional tier, but whatever we're gonna call it. Orange soda, top tier. Hey, Crush orange. Ooh, ooh, Jesus, Father in heaven, help me. The Crush orange will take my soul. If you think Crush is budget Fanta, you should go to hell. Anyway, hot tea. Hot tea. All right, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. I actually don't like tea, and I never drink tea. But if someone offered me a tea, I would drink it, which makes it C tier. I am a huge coffee fan in terms of like, I drink it because it has a lot of energy in it. No, there's a lot of caffeine in it, which makes me feel like I have energy. So I drink a lot of caffeine. I love caffeine. Coffee doesn't really taste good. I've drank iced coffee, doesn't taste any better, but I will drink it because it's available. So I will put it higher up. This is the drinks tier list. You are all wrong if you disagree with this. Hot chocolate goes in the B tier. I've just gone a little too old for hot chocolate, I think. But it's still good. It's in the B tier. I would willingly drink hot chocolate. I would like pay money for it. You know? Everything below C tier I wouldn't pay money for. Like I genuinely wouldn't pay money for. Unless I'm absolutely desperate. There's nothing else in the world. I would need to be dying. It would need to be a zombie apocalypse for me to drink root beer. Unironically. It would need to be a zombie apocalypse for me to drink root beer. And nothing can change that. I mean, Julius Caesar also thought he wasn't wrong. Yeah, and I'm gonna fucking cross the Rubicon on your ass. What do you mean, Julius? What are you doing? And do you know what happened when Julius thought he wasn't wrong and he tried to prove it? Guess what happened? Armies of Pompey did not march on Rome and did not march, and Caesar marched on Rome and took the goddamn place without war. That's what's gonna happen to you. I'm gonna take your home. I'm gonna take your home and charge you rent. Call me a lord the way I'm using your land to exploit you. Oh, you made hot chocolate? Let's go! Hot chocolate time. Everyone's just living a Aura's just living a better life than us, man. Aura just living the having the time of their life. You know, having a hot chalk, looking at moving to Korea. The rest of us are arguing about fucking root beer. Also, just because tea has the same stuff as iced tea does not mean they're both equally as good. Warming the tea makes it bad. Warming the tea makes it worse. Not bad. Who would take you seriously? I can't fucking believe you guys sometimes, man. You guys are like so mean. I'm a serious person. All right, let's look up drink. I want one with like a lot of okay, like a lot of options. The drinks tier list. No, I don't want that. I want like a good one. Not with energy drinks. Abby's energy drink tier list. What do you mean, 10-year-old core? No. You guys are actually assholes. This is not 10-year-old core drink taste. This is not, yeah, the fact that it had Listerine was crazy. This is not 10-year-old core drink taste. Like, this is pretty normal. This is pretty normal. Water is in the A tier. The only thing, if they had sugar-free sodas in here, it would probably have been an S tier, too. It would have been an S tier. You guys are being such fucking assholes. Like, actually, you're being super rude. Wait, hold on, let me open this drink tier list. What's in here? Whoa! Okay. Okay. Gogurt. Okay. Okay. McDonald's is doing like a Sprite thing lately, and it's actually not bad. It's just called honey. It's called Bang Energy. If you don't know anything about Bang Energy had a CEO that was committing like insane fraud or some shit. Anyway, F tier. I've already had one. It was awful. This is like white prosecco or something. D tier. I don't actually like alcohol. Red Bull. A tier. Jokes. C tier. Um, Mustard. Yellow mustard. Not even in hell. Arizona iced tea. $1, baby. A tier. Fanta orange. UK version better than US version, by the way. But what'd you call it? S tier. Love me a Fanta orange. Um, tea. This is just tea. No, it's still C tier. You're not gonna change me. This is a brisk iced tea, and we all know where iced teas go. But I've never had a brisk. That's a lie. No, I have had. No, I've never had a brisk. So I'm gonna assume it's also a little ass. So I'm gonna put it as a B to be safe. Minute Maid. I've had a Minute Maid, but this is Appy Juice. And Appy Juice is always going to be a D tier to an F tier drink. I'm gonna make it D tier to be nice. Another Bang Energy, another F tier. Dole pineapple in a can. Okay, the Dole pineapple in a can. Gonna drink that shit. I love me some pineapple juice. High B tier. Orange juice F tier. Not even in hell, quite frankly. No, I would drink it if I had to. High F. Another Bang Energy, another F tier. Diet Coke, actually awful. D tier. Coke full fat S tier. Jokes. More like a B tier. I like Coke a lot, actually. Squirt sounds like what I make your mother did last night. Anyway, F tier. Snapple. Snapple is just iced tea, by the way. To be clear. S tier. It's 111 drinks, man. Jaritos! 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 S tier. We all know Mexican soda is that shit. Sunkissed. B tier. Soy sauce from the jar. C tier. A little bit above T, if I'm honest. Monster Ultra Rosa. All right, we know we love an Ultra Rosa, but still, it's actually I don't really like Ultra Rosa. It's like all right, below Minute Maid. A Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Uh, over orange juice for sure. Who's we? Listerine. The drink of champions. uh, makes your breath fresh, though. That does count. F tier. Another Snapple flavor, another S tier. Gatorade, F tier. Um, oh, Kool Aid. It would be against the law if I didn't like a Kool Aid. A tier. Man, more like B tier. These three flavors of Monster, which I've all had, which are all pretty good to be honest, but still just a little better than wine. A white monster. Guys, do you see what's happening in here? A white monster A tier. We're done. Black monster, on the other hand, for racist reasons, B tier. The thing is, if people call this a green monster, no one calls it a black monster. It's a green monster. I just wanted to fucking say that. I just wanted to say that. What's wrong with me, man? 7 Up. That's Martinelli. What the fuck is a Martinelli? Hold on, wait 1 second. What the fuck is a Martinelli? Someone needs to tell me what that is. 7 Up. Worst Sprite. So wherever Sprite would go, it would go below it. Sprite is going to be a C tier. So I'm going to make it a D tier. When you said for those reasons, for some reason, made me think of that monster lady. Oh, you mean Barbara? Barbara from friggin' what'd you call it? From fucking Shark Tank. For those reasons, I'm out. Appy Juice. Swanson's chicken broth is in there. Appy Juice goes with orange juice. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. AW, not even in hell. Dr. Pepper. Paging Dr. Pepper. Because you're going to C tier. Right below T. Actually, right above T, because T really doesn't that good. Another Gatorade, another F tier. Mountain Dew, a drink of champions. I don't know what a Martinelli is, but now I don't want it. I don't want the Martinelli. Above Kool-Aid. I put it there. I'm gonna put the Martinelli not even in hell because I don't know what it is. Another Arizona iced tea, another A tier. We're never going up above that Arizona. Ramune, very fun to drink. High B. High B. A slushy, but the cheap stuff that comes in the cup. I have many memories of drinking this in the dead of night, alone. B tier. Glass bottle Coke. It does not taste better. I just want you guys to know, cane sugar glass bottle Coke does not taste better. It tastes exactly the same. I've had every version of Coke. I've had them even straight from the factory. I even read all the studies about Coke that are made different places, and I had them at different times. And I want you to know, straight up, no joke, unironically, same. It does not taste better. For me, at least, it doesn't taste better. Oh my God, look at that, guys. The water that comes when the water comes in the cellophane bag. Oh, when it comes in cellophane bag, A tier. Mountain Dew Baja Blast, S tier. Gotta say it now. I had a Baja Blast a few weeks ago. Changed my life. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is disgusting. Mayonnaise is disgusting alone. Fiji water actually does taste better. Fiji water genuinely tastes better. Unironically. I can't believe I'm saying this. High, at bottom of the S tier, but it is pretty good. Powerade. Wherever Gatorade is, Powerade comes above it. What else is there? Those are the drinks machine Coke drinks. When a drink comes in the drinks machine, it's just crisper, man. It's just crisper. It's so crisp. I don't know what about it is so crisp, but I don't like it because it's also unhygienic. So above the monster. Undercover brother mayonnaise. Tap water. Peak water because it's free. Peak water because it's free. Sucking on one of these batteries to get the taste out. Legitimately, it's above Bang Energy. The nicer slushes from the nicer slushy machines obviously above that. Actually, no, a little bit below that because they're like a little too highbrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little too highbrow. I've had this silk almond milk. It's pretty good. It's pretty good actually. Low B, low C. Pepto. Pepto Bismol used to taste better. It did used to taste better. It's no longer as good. But I'm going to put it high F above orange juice. Okay, I'm doing some important math here. There's a lot of brisk here. Another Gatorade, another F tier. Another Gatorade, another F tier, and a Powerade, another D tier. Pickle juice from the jar. It's got to be from the jar. It's got to be that GMO jar juice, right? Um, Your mom dumping the oh my god, it's killing me. Anyway, it's got to be that from the jar juice above Gatorade, above Red Powerade even. Nesquik. What do y'all know about Nesquik? Hot chalk, delicious hot chalk. Eh. A yoo-hoo, more like a boo-hoo because it made me cry because it was bad. Lower than Pepto Bismol. Another Arizona iced tea, another A tier. Come on, Arizona, stay winning. Nestle Pure Life, worse than the pickle juice, if I'm being honest. Um, this one, any ranch dressing really. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Ranch dressing is okay. Jesus. This is a Fago, more like a no go. You know what I'm saying? Gogurt. Yes, I like Gogurt. Coffee up here. Uh, let's see. Chalky milk is still down here. Regular milk was somewhere. Honey. I've drank a lot of honey in my time. C tier. Regular milk. B tier. Pepis is actually better than Coke. I'm gonna say it today. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Pepis is better. Sprite. D tier, frankly. Uh, tomato ketchup. I actually really don't like ketchup. I'm one of a handful of people in the world that really does not like ketchup at all. At all. No, I want to be clear, by the way. I like Coke more than Pepsi. I like Coke more than Pepsi. Like, as a personal preference, I like Coke more than Pepsi, but I know Pepsi tastes better. I know it because I drink it and I'm like, this is so much better. But it doesn't have the burn. That's what I always say. That's genuinely what I always say. It tastes so much better, but it does not have the burn. Capri Sun. I wish he was my son. Uh, V8. I've never had a V8. I'm not allergic. Pep Coca Cola has a burn. If you don't get the burn, then you don't drink Coca Cola. It's like a fizz burn. Capri Sun. Oh, the Five Guys drink mixing machine. A tier. The Five Guys drink mixing machine is it, man. It's it. It's it. A delicious ragu. Delicious. I drink so much of that. D tier. It's not really a good drink. It's like, it's like honey. But it's, I do have a lot. Horchata. I had horchata once. No. I'm sorry to the Mexicans in the audience. To the South Americans in the audience, Spanish speakers. I have to be the one to say it, but no, I'm never drinking another horchata again. That shit was ass. That shit was actually so ass. I don't know what's wrong with it. It was really bad. I actually genuinely am disappointed because I was so happy for it, ready for it to be good. Canada Dry. Canada needs to stay dry, frankly, because this was not a good drink. This was not a good drink. It's still better than orange juice because God, orange juice is bad. Orange juice is like shockingly bad. This is every drink I think I know in this list. I don't think I know anything else. But we're done. Oh, Coke Cherry above Coke. Coke Cherry Peak. Calling it the Five Guys drink machine is crazy when every modern fast food place has it. It's the freestyle machine. We don't really have a lot of freestyle machines, so I have to keep calling it the Five Guys machine because I only see it in Five Guys. We have a sugar tax, love. We're not doing freestyle machines. Okay, this is my final tier list on drinks. If you disagree with this, it's because you hate women. Yeah, that's what that means about you. Why do you hate women? Tell me. Not touching the brisk lemon. Why do you hate women? You did that's the way why do you? What? If you disagree with this tier list, it's because you hate women. That's the only thing that could be. Why do you hate women? I thought you said 8 women. I'm not. You guys like think the worst things of me, man. Why would I say 8 women? No, 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 no. Right now we're drinking women. I don't eat women. Yeah, we know Sim because you get no play. You get zero play. You get zero play on this earth. That's like so unnecessary. There was no need to say that. I'm too busy drawing. It was so unnecessary. I didn't have to say anything like that to Sim. Sim did nothing wrong. They were just sitting there. What wrong opinion? What do you mean? Nothing in here is incorrect. These are all correct opinions. This drink tier list is perfect. It's quite literally god tier. Disagreeing with this drink tier list is a product of only the biggest misogynist on the planet. Quite frankly, quite frankly, pickle juice is definitely above drinking a Canada Dry or a YooHoo, and Pepto Bismol is better than orange juice. These are just truths of the world. It's like the sun is in the sky. Oh, I've never drank a V8. So I don't know what it tastes like. So I just put it there to hold. Okay, Mr. Woman Lover. I think women love drinking Sprite more than that. I don't think. I don't, what do you mean I live another day? Why am I getting threatened because I don't like V8 apple juice? Automod hates Sim. Sim deserves it. Sim deserves it. Recent water tests show that Fiji is one of the lowest quality water. What do you mean? It's like so pure. It's like so pure that you could. It's the only water you can do the like instant freezing thing to, because there's no crystals of anything for it to be attached to. Fiji tastes really good. I really like Fiji water. I'm not actually kidding. This is not a bit. Like I'm not doing it for the marketing. Like Pepto above Canada Dry. What do you mean recent water test? Kude, where are you even getting this shit from? What do you mean recent? Fiji is actually bad. Oh, was there barbecue? Is that barbecue sauce? Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. All right. Anyway, so barbecue sauce. Okay, barbecue sauce above Sprite for sure. Yeah, right there. What's this one though? I don't know what this last one is. I don't know what this last one is. I still don't know what that is. This last one here. Oh, these are all the sparkling waters. Sparkling waters continue to be F tier. Disgusting. Because they're water, they have to be above the bottom, the very bottom, just because they are water. It looks like beans. Beans. Uh, yeah. Oh, I had vitamin water. It's the worst thing you'll ever drink. 50 Cent put $50 million into this shit. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. It's so ass. Vitamin water is so ass. Like unironically, I'm gonna take V8 off the list because I just haven't drank it. But have I ever had a Sunny D? Yeah, I've had a Sunny D. I couldn't see that was a Sunny D. Is this a Sunny D? Oh, I couldn't see the word Sunny D on it. I've had a Sunny D. I didn't mind it. It was all right. Pretty generic. Pretty generic. Yeah, Liam will pop me over for the beans. Oh, oh, that is a Sunny D. God damn. Oh, that's the Calypso. Wait. There's some things I've missed. Calypso, A tier, above the Arizona iced tea, because it's just an iced tea. Calypso is just iced tea. I just don't like the glass bottle. I think the glass bottle's kind of ass. And Sunny D's all right. It's a pretty generic drink. Call it a C tier. It's like the Dr Pep. I would drink it if it's there. I would pay for it. because it's available. Is this? Hold on, wait. What's this? Is this hot sauce? Sure, whatever. I'll put it in the same place. I would drink hot sauce. Another Arizona iced tea for the win, and just cleaning up house. Really, seeing what I've missed. Yeah. Oh, and is this cane sauce? Is this the cane sauce, raising cane sauce? You put ranch above Canada Dry. Yeah, I put ranch above Canada Dry. Ranch is better than Canada Dry. Canada Dry. Canadians need to stay dry. They need to stop making what they're making. No, the Canadians were wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but the Canadians make bad drinks. The pink, orange, and red one is agua fresca. Oh, I do love me agua fresca. I make a lot of agua frescas. I make a lot of agua frescas. Call that like a spiritual S tier because it's whatever you make it, and it's just whatever you put. So it's a spiritual S tier. You can make it as good or as bad as you want. In early 2024, nearly 1.9 million bottles of Fiji natural artesian water were recalled due to concerns over manganese and bacterial contamination. Critics often point out the irony of shipping water in single use plastic bottles halfway across the globe. Uh, Microplastics. Is Fiji water bad? Straight lemon juice? Is this one here just straight lemon juice? I knew a girl at school would like eat straight lemons and drink straight lemon juice from the bottle and put like a straw in it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'm not drinking straight lemon juice. No one's gonna make me do that shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Astaghfirullah. That's not happening in my life, man. There are articles about it. Fiji water quality is worse than tap water. This is like insane shit happening in the streets right now. I love Fiji. I said like, I don't spend a lot of money on it. But if people give me a Fiji, I'm like super happy. Damn. Over. The generational growth of Fiji water is over. Oh, by the way, guys, remember to follow me on Blue Sky and Twitter. Remember to follow me on Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you use. I'm on all of them now. I'm everywhere. I'm global. I'm global. You're national. Sorry, I'm national. You're local. That's from the McDonald's movie. I think that's from the McDonald's movie. Well, if you're following me there, why aren't you liking and retweeting my content, Sim? You're such a loyal one. You're just a real one. Exactly. Because you're a fake. You're fake like a $2 bill. Imagine only checking once or twice a day and not 16 times a day like a normal healthy person. Had to unfollow after the tier. Shut the fuck up. What the hell is happening? Why don't you return the favor? Return the favor of following them back. I do. I follow people back most of the time. At least if I know who they are. First time I see them. And I also have a custom thread where I put like people whose books I read on so I can like and retweet, the usual. 'Cause I like doing that. I think it's important. Imagine having a custom feed on Blue Sky. Couldn't be me. I should probably do that though. I should probably make a custom feed on Blue Sky. Uh the struggles of this city. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. I opened Blue Sky trending Israel and Palestine. I think I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think that was a lot. Okay. Okay. Serious question. If there's no other questions anyone has, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a long one. I think we had a good time. I thought we had fun. I had a blast, frankly. It was good spending time with you guys after so long. Oh, by the way, so whoever I asked to send me an email, send me an email, and if I took your emails from you, check your email. So like, uh, Paige, and like Django and other people, please check your email. I need your help with that project. So please do that. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna go to bed because I have to go to a job tomorrow. Oh, I'm doing okay, by the way. I'm really tired. I think I have like a. I think I hurt my neck or something lately. It's been hurting, but other than that, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, a little overworked though. Can't wait for my vacation. Genuinely can't wait. I'm thinking about nothing else but vacation. All right, everyone. Good night. Apple juice will never appear in my dreams. Good night.